You know what they do?
Sure.
What?
Make you act funny.
Yeah, well,
Well, what?
you know what kinds there are?
Kinds of what?
Drugs.
I know.
You know you can smoke them,
Sure, like a cigarette.
and you can take them like a pill, too. And you can sniff them.
You can what?
Sniff them. Smell them like a flower.
Come on.
It's the truth. And you can stick them in your arm with a needle.
A needle?
A big old needle.
Not me, boy.
What if you had to?
Why would I have to?
Because.
Because what?
Well, I mean,
What?
drugs are like that.
You know what that means? Hooked? Like he's gotta have it. Yeah.
All right. Welcome back. Oh. Turn that down a little bit. Yeah. Welcome back to the Mental Money Podcast. My name is Rossi, and I've just recorded a video, my update on my withdrawal. can describe a little bit more in this stream. Just wanted to quickly do a stream, seeing as I haven't done one in a little while. So I thought the best time would be now, seeing as it's getting to around 9 o'clock. Let me just set that. So we should be good for about an hour. We'll chill out to some lo-fi, we'll read some news, we'll do what we're doing. So let's have a look. I got a few things that I wanted to read through today with you guys. There's a few things. So, are you really getting a good night's sleep? So this is a post made by a company called 7 Billion Brains, and it's made by Tara Garajan and Jennifer J. Newson, PhDs. I like posts about sleep, especially on Psychology Today, because they're usually quite accurate. It's a good source of information, as you probably already know. This is a very recent post. This was made by yesterday. So what would you call a good night's sleep? Well, I'd call it like where you don't have a dream. That would be the perfect situation, wouldn't it? Like most of us, you would probably describe a good night's sleep as one where you fall asleep easily. Well, I definitely would describe that. Sleep through the night without tossing, turning, or waking up frequently. Ultimately wake up in the morning, feel refreshed. But what do we actually know about sleep itself, and what is it doing? See, that's the thing about sleep. We know very little about it. There's been very little research on it, especially insomnia and stuff like that. The general accepted theory is that sleep allows your brain to retreat from the sensory bombardment of the day so it can carry out cellular housekeeping and also commit to memory things learned during the day. The patterns of brain activity are responsible for making sure these nighttime functions are carried out efficiently and slow in being revealed. Yeah. Measuring sleep. You've probably heard of the different stages of sleep, such as non-rapid eye movement, sleep NREM, and rapid eye movement, sleep REM, appearing in a cyclical fashion throughout the night. As you might guess, this definition is largely based on recordings of eye movement. In fact, sleep has typically been characterized based on measures that relate to physical behavior, such as muscle tone and movements, your eye movements, breathing rates, and heartbeat. This is related to what's going on in the brain and the goals that sleep aims to achieve. Studies have tried to look more directly at the brain to uncover this, recording the tiny electrical fluctuations that can be measured on the surface of the head, called electroencephalography, or EEG for short. NREM and REM seem to be different in the brain, as well as NREM more likely to have slower brain frequencies than REM. However, still, even within NREM and REM sleep, there is a wide variety of different characteristics in the brain's activity. The challenge is to understand what they mean. Does more movement or certain features of the brain signal mean poorer sleep? What is good sleep? Give me 2 secs. There was also something I wanted to read on the news. That's something we'll get into. So we're going to get into sleep today. We're going to talk about sleep. There's another thing here about sleep, ASMR. It helps people. It's not sexual. I can relate to that a lot. And there was some other news. Storms in the UK? Yeah, the weather's been terrible in the UK at the moment, but we'll get into that later. But I really hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you are. This is the Mental Manny Podcast. I am your host. And I will be taking you through maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then I'm going to head off, edit a video, upload that. But for this time, usually the streams I do are a lot more chilled out, a lot more kind of, If someone wanted to come in and ask a question, they can do. But if not, I'll just keep with my information and keep it informational and keep it casual though. Because I go through it and half the time I don't understand what they're saying. But it's good to read, it's good to learn, and it's pretty helpful information when it comes to stuff like sleep, anxiety, panic, just general stuff that people deal with, especially myself. It's helpful to read for sure. I've got such dry mouth. And the Lucasade's not really helping that much. Yeah. Alright. I hate that when you go to take a hit and your throat just dries up, because it dries out your mouth anyway, but then when it hits your throat, oh my lord. I really need to get these teeth whitened, but I'm having an operation. So, my front teeth are pretty good though. Yeah, my front teeth are pretty good. But there's been really bad storms in the UK at the moment, and they've kind of been limiting how much I could go outside because it's been raining all day. So I've been asleep all day. Not only because it's raining, but for other reasons, to do with my withdrawal symptoms. I've just not been outside. It's not nice. Not nice weather anyway, so it wouldn't really be worth going outside. Not to get really wet through and then have to have a bath and then have to get in new clothes, and that just wouldn't be any fun at all. I don't think it would have benefited me. This softbox light is pretty much my daylight anyway. It's so fucking bright and it gives off, I think, daylight. I think it's daylight. Iridescent. It's something close to daylight anyway. It gives the appearance of daylight. But obviously I'd need 2 of them, which I do have. I have 2 of these, but I only have 1 here because I kind of like the fact that there is a bit of shadow and there is a bit of darkness, whereas I wouldn't want another one here and then I'm looking down the middle and it's just both sides, boom, I'm being blinded on both sides, whereas I can look to this side and kind of focus my attention away a little bit, which is nice from time to time because that is super bright. Like if you can tell when I switch to this one, that's how you can see that it would be presumed as daylight, because the exposure is insane. It makes all my teeth look white. Makes all my teeth look really white, so you can see why this would be considered a daylight softbox. That's the word I was looking for, softbox, because it gives off such white, bright light compared to like an LED or something. It's a lot more natural. It looks a lot more natural on the skin. It's a lot softer on my skin and makes me kind of look a little bit better. But when obviously I switch to a better camera like this one, you can start to see. To be honest, I have underexposed the shot a little bit, but I prefer the darker, moodier tone to it. I don't know, there's just something about it that I prefer, because obviously you can have it like this where it's super super flat almost, whereas this has got a lot deeper colours in it, which I think looks better, but for some people that may not be the case. Some people might prefer this camera angle as well, because it feels a bit more personal, and there's a bit less reflection on the glasses like here, but then you got all this shadow and stuff, so I kind of prefer this angle, even though you get to see my lovely double chin and stuff like that, and all my places where I've not shaved in the past couple of days. But because I think the thing is, when I switch to a camera like this, it almost looks like my skin is like completely like smooth and perfect. You can't really see all the details, which is fine. It makes you look good. Do you know what I mean? But that's not reality. Reality is this. Like, I have imperfections in my skin. This is 4K, downscale to 1080p. Like, I have imperfections in my skin. My skin is red on places. But I prefer that because it's a lot more natural for you people out there. It's a lot more natural. And because I did photography before I ever did any type of videography, in my photography, I never edited my pictures with Photoshop or anything. I kept them raw, so I do know about natural imagery. That was my favourite type of imagery, natural imagery. And I like stuff to look sharp but real. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's real. Like, yellowing of the teeth and stuff like that, that's just real. Whereas when you look at something like this, that's super white. So this is a bit more real life. But yeah, anywho, let's get right back into the topic that we were on. Are you really getting a good night's sleep? We just talked about having an electroencephalography, EEG for short. We just talked about that, and we're trying to understand now what is a good night's sleep. So when you're dreaming in REM, you've probably heard REM sleep means that you're dreaming. One idea, as that has been around for a long time, is that dreaming allows you to reactivate and reorganize your memories, helping you strengthen them in your long-term memory. While we don't know for sure that this is true, recent research has shown that it isn't simple as they say REM is dreaming sleep. Hold on, I might zoom this in just a tad. Now we're super underexposed. Hold on. I don't know whether that's any better. That should be a little bit better. Right, and let's see. Helping you reactivate, reorganize your memories, dream and sleep. In a study done at University of Wisconsin, for example, participants spent the night in a sleep lab where they were woken up several times regardless of what phase of sleep they were in. At each awakening, they asked what participants about their mental activity immediately prior to being woken. The results revealed that dreaming wasn't conclusive to REM sleep wakings, as previously had been suggested. Also occurred during NREM sleep as well. They also looked in more detail at the pattern of brain activity that was going on when participants did the report. They were dreaming and found certain similarities, irrespective of whether the awakening was in REM or NREM. Waking memories in slow waves. In some ways to counter the dreaming hypothesis, one particular research direction has focused the whole NREM slow wave sleep in making memories. For example, researchers of the University Lübeck found applying electrical current to the surface of people's heads at a slow, oscillating frequency of 0.75 hertz when they were were in NREM sleep led to an increase in their slow waves. Importantly, this increase in slow wave sleep had concurrent effect on boosting their memory for information they had learned the previous day. When they were tested on information following morning, yet others have shown that it isn't just slow waves that are important for consolidating your memories during sleep, but instead provide evidence that it might be the way that these slow waves coordinate with other electrical features present during your NREM sleep that really matters. Beyond sleep stages, dividing sleep into individual stages is useful shorthand for depicting progression of what is going on in the brain while you sleep. However, these kinds of findings reveal that it's oversimplification of the complex patterns of the brain activity which underpin the many active and passive functions that occur while your conscious mind is momentarily unplugged. While progress is being made, it isn't yet clear how to measure a good night's sleep. Until then, focusing on tossing and turning and how you feel at the end of the night may just be the best indicator. So what it's saying is really inconclusive. It's saying the information we previously had, that the information we previously had isn't accurate, but the information we have now isn't accurate. So we're still as clueless to how sleep works and what really is going to define a good night's sleep for you, because I guess it is very personal. Some people need more sleep, some people need less sleep, and it can be very based on just like circumstance, environment, all of that stuff, which I think is like a fair enough statement to kind of not bullshit people and be like, yeah, we figured it out. I can't wait to do another podcast with some of my mates again. That'll be really good. But for now, all of this stuff is solo because I've not really been going out that much. So I've been in my room. I'm in a tiny ass room right now under my bed with this big ass light, and it can be pretty uncomfortable, but I enjoy what I do, so I'll keep doing what I do, you know. And that's all my drink gone. So we've been live about 20 minutes right now. Let me switch to this camera for a bit. Alright. ASMR, it helps people, it's not sexual. Well, as you may have heard in the recent times that ASMRs got really big, and that people are starting to see it as this really sexual kind of thing that people do because it'll get likes and it'll get plays, you know, because it is mainly females. But I wouldn't worry on that aspect too much, because do you know what, if people enjoy it, people enjoy it. It's not actually sexual. If it helps people sleep, leave them to it. I've listened to ASMR probably since I was in high school, since I was young, since it started being a thing, and it's really helped me with times where I could not sleep and medication didn't even work. So it's like, if you are a girl, it is okay to imagine you have... What? So wait, in Lauren's most popular video. Oh, you need a bit more background on this, so do I. Lauren attempts to create brain tingles, attracts 125,000 subscribers. Lauren's most popular ASMR video, she roleplays a hairdresser, inviting the viewer to relax as she pretends to trim their beard. If you're a girl, it's okay to imagine you have a big beard, she says. Why would a video someone acting out cutting an imaginary beard be watched 700,000 times? Lauren, whose YouTube channel is called Scottish Murmurs, says it's because up-close personal attention she gives and the sound she creates is as the click of the scissors and the squelch of the shaving cream. People find the video really tingly. The brain tingle sensation is the hallmark of ASMR videos, a YouTube genre that continues to grow massively. The initials stand for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, which sounds like a vaguely scientific term, but the name actually appears to be coined by people in the scene. It also sounds quite sexual, but Lauren is adamant that that is not the case. Well, obviously. Instead, she says it helps people to relax, clear their mind before sleep, and even cope with anxiety or mental health issues. A recent study by Sheffield University appears to back that up, suggesting it may have physiological benefits. Rapper Cardi B released an ASMR video last year. In October, superstar rapper Cardi B released an ASMR video signaling how popular the genre has become, and during last month's Super Bowl, an advert featured Big Little Lies actress Zoe Kravitz whispering and tapping on a beer bottle, presumably with the intention of giving the shivers of delight to viewers. The term is to have been coined by American Jennifer Allen, who started a Facebook group in the topic 2010. It is a physical sensation in response to specific sights and sounds. Lauren describes the tingles generated by the videos as the shivers, a frisson that travels from the top of the head down to the spine and can cause by numerous different triggers. There are 13 million ASMR videos on YouTube, including subjects as people having haircuts, massage and towel folding tutorials. Lauren from Glasgow has been posting to her Scottish Murmur channel for about 2.5 years and has 125,000 subscribers. Her 200 videos have been watched about 25 million times in total. She's 24 years old, she makes money from the channel, nowhere near as much as big stars who have earned hundreds of thousands of pounds a year. They whisper, tap their fingers and make mouth sounds. I love how they put quotations in like certain things and then don't put quotations in other things, which I think is funny because they are trying to make it seem sexual when it really isn't. All with the aim of engendering, what are these words? Aim of engendering the shiveries. What? Lauren likes to make her roleplay videos in which you can use her acting skills as well as her creativity in making the trigger sounds. She uses high-tech binaural microphones to create a 3D audio experience that makes the listener feel they are in the middle of the scene. Lauren says she got into ASMR at university. I'm one of them people who cannot study in silence, she says. I need to listen to music or something in the background. At first I found it a bit weird. The whispering felt a bit odd. I kept listening and I found I was getting tingles and feeling really relaxed. Towards the end of her time at university, she made her own ASMR video. Her Scottish accent was instantly popular. A lot of people find it really relaxing, especially over in America, Lauren says. A really common comment is the way we say girl. They like the sound of that. She also has a series of parody videos where she lays the Scottish accent on thick and speaks like a granny. It's got that motherly vibe to it and people find it relaxing, she says. Whispering, roleplay, massages, cream, rubber gloves and mouth sounds and the clicking of the tongue, all popular ways of triggering that brain tingle or head orgasm, as some have described it. But Lauren denies there is any sexual element. A lot of ASMR videos are whispering, sometimes people presume it's sexual. She likens it to yoga, the poses of which can be considered sexual and provocative. If you take it out of context, it could make it seem sexual, but actually ASMR itself, the tingling, the videos on YouTube are not. According to Lauren, her purpose is to help people relax and deal with the stresses of everyday life. Her cousin killed herself for a couple of years, and that brought home to her the struggles people have with mental health. A lot of people use ASMR to help them when they are feeling lonely or anxious, she says. I've had emails from all sorts of people explaining how much videos have helped them. So what we're getting out of this is that newspapers are just trying to make it seem sexual, but in reality it's just not. It really can help people. If people want to see it as sexual, that's fair enough, but there's a lot of stuff that is like actually sexual and it's on TV, whereas this is YouTube. This is like more uncensored, I guess. How can you put like Love Island and other stuff on TV and then go how can you put Love Island and stuff like them programs you'll see on TV? I don't know. I can't name the programs because I don't watch TV, but I am so sorry about that sound. I don't watch those programs, but there is so much content on TV that is actually sexual because it gains viewers. Whereas this, I guess some of the videos out there can be, but that's just someone doing that. It's like music can be sexual, but that's just that person out there doing that. Like, my music isn't like sexual, do you know what I mean? It's not like something that's meant to like attract you in that way. So I can understand why they think it is, but at the same time, just because someone thinks it's something or someone makes it something doesn't mean that is really the case. It could be totally different than that. And we really got to stop like putting a stigma on things like this. Things that are actually helping our generation like see themselves in a better light, rather than like say something like Love Island where the people are like models and they're all like getting together and stuff. That really puts some sort of a negative impact on people because they're like, why don't I look like him, or why don't I look like her? And that can have a really negative impact on this younger generation, and it's sad to see because I think that like the importance of the way we view ourselves is so needed in today's society. The way we view ourselves is so important, because if you can't view yourself in a good light, then you have all these internal battles going on, and it's just really not a good place for your head to be in that point and position, you know. Let me zoom this out again. But yeah, you can understand where I'm coming from with all this, because I would say I'm quite biased on this situation, because I've not actually I don't know how to describe it. I've not actually, you know, experienced being a viewer who is new to it. I experienced it back in the day when I was a viewer, but I'm open-minded and I didn't let like those things kind of determine whether I'd deem it as sexual or not. I just looked at it because it helped me go to sleep, I don't really watch it that much anymore, but sometimes when medication doesn't work and that's your last resort, then I think, do you know what? Does it really matter what you're watching as long as you get a good night's sleep? I guess it does to a degree, but what I'm saying is, like, if it helps you, it helps you, and you gotta do you, you know? It's like people who tell me I shouldn't vape because we don't have enough research on it, and it's like, it's definitely healthier than cigarettes. 100%. Like, not 100% healthier. I mean, like, I'm 100% on the fact that it's healthier. I don't have a number on how much healthier it is, but it's definitely healthier. And it tastes better. And it smells better. And I feel better. So, do you know what? And it's cheaper. So, it gives a lot more of quality of life back, and I enjoy it more. So I'll do what I want to do, and if people want to see that as like, oh, that's gonna kill you, you can think that, but I'll still do it because it helps me at the end of the day. It helps me sleep, helps me stay off cigarettes, and helps me kind of focus a bit more. So I'll do what I'm doing. And that's my advice to everyone, you know? Like, if someone says, like, I got some zinc up there that I never take, but someone could say taking zinc's bad for you. Well, there's science to show that it can really help brain function and stuff like that. So if you want to take zinc, take zinc, do you know what I mean? I just have shakes now with all the different vitamins and minerals that I need, because I like my brain to function the way it should, and I like to be natural, and I like to support my body as much as my mind. And I think in today's age we're kind of losing that aspect, that literally when you're trying to do something good for yourself you get put down, but when you're doing something bad against yourself it's like, oh, that's fine. It makes no sense today. It makes no sense, and I don't have any answers for it. Just do what you're doing and make sure you're in the position to make sure you're being the best you and will be the best you for a long time to come. Make that future a possibility. Don't let people poo-poo a healthy life for you when they could be doing a really unhealthy thing in their life and they're poo-pooing you being healthy. It's like, do what you want to do you know what I mean? There's been pretty bad storms in the UK. Don't have a clue where they've come from. Probably far, far away. All that wind and climate pushed it over here, and now we have to deal with it for a bit. So it's been raining, it's been a few thunder, and it's not been that bad. It's pretty typical, but not of this time of year, really. It's just been raining all the time, and then when I go to bed, I listen to rain sounds. So all day for me, there's been rain. So I've been sleeping a lot, trying to get rid of these withdrawals, like random muscle twitches, eye twitches, sweating, heart racing, double vision, all kinds of horrible stuff, do you know what I mean? And my head feeling like it's going to explode. But I've been through it before, so I know what to recognise as this, that and the other, and I know it's all to do with the withdrawal at the moment. So I feel ill because of the withdrawal, like my nose, my throat, everything, because you've got a neurochemical imbalance now. So that'll sort itself out. I just got to give it time. I'll be okay. Don't need people worrying about me. I've been through it before. Don't even stress it, because I'm not. It's just one of them things. I'll sleep through a lot of it, and I'll try and do as much as I can when I'm not asleep. Because I've not been getting the best sleep in the world at the moment, but it's like sleep that's like just needed. It's just so that I don't have to deal with the withdrawals. It's not like sleep that is like to energize me, because I actually end up feeling more tired because I've had too much sleep. But like I say, I have made a update video which I'm gonna upload. I need to record some more videos, but dealing with this withdrawal, like I say, I've been sleeping so much that I don't really have much time between when I'm awake and when I'm asleep. And I just need to get something done, so live streams are easy for me. Making short videos are easy for me. I can do those just about. But when it comes to like a longer script fed video, it's a bit more difficult to kind of be on point for that whole video and then edit it and then upload it. It's kind of a lot to do, especially with looking at screens a lot of the time. It can get pretty difficult, but I'll make sure to stay active on YouTube. That's one thing I promise to do. Like, I'll just stay active, whether it's a live stream, whether it's a short video, there'll always be something there, and I can at least promise that. It's just not going to be the full length 20-minute videos that I usually do. What I am going to do is go get a drink real quick, so just wait here for me, and I will... Oh. There we go. Be back in a sec. Alright. Facecam 212. Got my water right here, nice and icy, as you can see. That was real nice. Wait, I'll show you what brand I'm drinking, if it'll focus. Oh yeah. Look how icy this bottle is. That is cold. Ice cold. Camera. Alright, that camera really doesn't want to focus because it's low on battery. I'll run it down. I'll run it down until it dies. Yeah, make sure to stay hydrated when you're ill, by the way, because otherwise you might get even more ill. You know, you might get more ill. Righty right. Yeah, this camera is gonna die, so I'm gonna switch to my webcam. Switch that off. So yeah. I hope we're all doing well today anyway. I know I've been a bit under the weather, but you can still do little bits here and there when you're ill. Just don't overwork yourself, because you know you'll end up more ill. And like I always say, you need to drink water, you need to give yourself rest, and you need to do what you're doing though. You need to do a little bit. And I still believe that's all possible when you're a little bit ill. So, and I think it makes you feel better. It makes you feel a bit distracted from what you were feeling, and gives you a bit of motivation to keep moving as well. Because if you stop completely and then you go back into it, it's more difficult to get into the swing and the flow of things. So just do a little bit here and there. Maybe go out for a 5-minute walk, 10-minute walk, whatever you can do. Make sure you're eating, make sure you're drinking. It's all like motherly advice, but it's all for the benefit of you. I know I need to head out tomorrow because I need some stuff for this. But what I think I'm going to do, because my headache's starting to come back again, is end this stream, and then later on tonight I'll edit that video and upload it. But it's been a good stream. It's been, 51 minutes? That's not too bad. I would say that's pretty good for a person who's ill. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. It's been the Mental Manny podcast. I'll leave all the social links below. They're in all my videos. If you want to be part of the Mental family, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications, and I'll see you guys next time.